What up, Dokkanners? The Goku Black Rose is receiving an update on both versions of the game. JP is about to get the physical Goku Black Rose on their Dokkan Festival summons tonight. And Global has had this for several months now. So there is an update to the passive that both versions are getting. So we'll be discussing this. We'll also be going over the JP campaign details and a new EZA, Super EZA, that is likely on the horizon for both, well, for JP first, but for Global eventually. So apologies for the delay on this video and the previous one. If you guys are not aware, I don't do this full time. Normally, I'm pretty good as far as like being on top of all the updates. But when it comes to like early morning news for me, it can sometimes be an issue. And so last night, I tried to drop my video. It was recorded well in advance. There was internet problems. Shout out Spectrum, you suck. And so as a result, it caused me to delay that video until this morning. And then the video dropped after this update already came out. So I had no other choice, but I literally didn't even know until I saw the comments in today's video this morning. And that's only because I was free. I'm normally not free. So apologies for all that. Let's catch up on what's going on here. So physical Goku Black Rose dropping on JP. They dropped the details for the character on the 28th early morning for me. So at 1 a.m. And then over 24 hours later, they dropped 27 hours later, actually. They then say that they have updated the graphic because the passive was not listed correctly. What did they change in the passive? What they did was they included an extra passive line that is basically a duplicate of the 5 attack thing, but now it's 10. So you will do all of this, and then you will launch an additional super attack every time the character attacks 5 times in battle. And so there will be another line that says launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 10 times in battle. So now there's going to be an instance where there will be multiple super attacks guaranteed with this, because 5 attacks versus 10 attacks, it's the same thing, right? After 5, your count resets, you count to 5 again, that's 10. So what I'm imagining this means is that when you get to 10 attacks, you could be launching 2 super attacks guaranteed, which is pretty crazy. So that's a big buff. Even if that's the case or not, this is still a buff for the character because it gets even more offensive potential, which is ultimately what matters. I think some people were of the notion that Global was not going to be receiving this, which is understandable, but then Global did drop a tweet saying that they were also going to fix this. So about 40 minutes later, Global Dokkan then said that they will be updating the passive as well. We apologize for the inconvenience. To be fair, I think some of the outrage might also be because up until now, Global has been operating with a lesser version of the Goku Black Rose. This was already, an issue for people, and I understand why, because Trunks didn't drop on the Global banner. And to this day, I still don't understand why the character didn't come out. I've seen some data miners say that it's possible the Trunks wasn't made at the time, which is also weird. So there's just like, wherever you stand on the situation, this should clear up any doubts as far as Global getting it. Global is getting the upgrade, but I do understand that there is some frustration with the fact that Global did not have this all this time. Could this have maybe changed some people's minds? Perhaps. So I'm not going to go into all that because I don't have time for it. But let me know what you guys think about this whole update when it comes to Goku Black Rose. Both versions are getting it. Global is getting a data download later on today, so maybe it gets fixed in this upcoming maintenance. Who knows? So that's it for the Goku Black Rose. Also, here's another way to illustrate the difference. So just to clarify, physical Rose's passives are exactly the same, except for the one line that is being added where the attack count reaches 10. Everything else is the same. You can literally see it in the data. So you don't have to understand what any of this means. Just look at this empty space down here. So this entire sheet is Goku Black Rose. This empty line is where JP fills it in with that final stipulation. Global will get that eventually in our data download. So that should clear up any situation when it comes to Goku Black Rose. Now, the JP campaign, the Super Dokkan campaign is on. So let's just go over the campaign. We might as well while we're here, because we have some big news coming out of JP Dokkan. So weekend Dokkan Festival tickets, JP players, don't forget, the weekend Dokkan Festival tickets will be happening after the regular weekend tickets are done. So finish these first, and then you guys can start on this. So the Dokkan Festival Rose and the Trunks banner unit are both dropping on JP tonight. And then also an EZA for Kefla. So one of the best new EZAs to drop is coming to JP. This will be dropping. Oh, actually, you know what? The banner is dropping tonight as well. And Goku Black, physical Goku Black, is seen on the graphic, which is leading everyone to think, rightfully so, that physical Goku Black Super EZA is coming up next. I don't think there's any reason to doubt that. It's not confirmed, but it is very likely. So with physical Goku Black Super EZA on the horizon, this does raise some questions, because if you don't know, physical Goku Black actually has a version specific. There are some differences on global and on JP, and in the rare occasion, global has the better version. We'll talk upon that in a second. We've also got weekend stuff. Sure, we got the Resurrection F revamp. Thankfully, God, hated that. So I can't wait for this to drop on global. Extra difficulty missions for Red Zone, Dismal Future Red Zone. So stage 3 is against the Goku Black and Rose. So it's this one. It's a 2-round fight. And so now you're going to have to challenge stage 3 with 6 Future Saga characters on the team. Clear with 4 Super Bosses on the team. Shouldn't be as difficult for JP at all. Clear stage 3 within 4 turns without using a support item. Support memories are allowed. I don't personally feel that support memories should be allowed, because it's an item. It literally is listed under items used when you clear an event. But the missions don't stipulate that, so you can use it. Use every tool at your disposal when trying to beat these missions. Clear stage 3 within 2 turns. Holy crap, you got to OTK each one. Okay, I guess on JP things are much better, so that shouldn't be as big of a stretch, I guess. Clear stage 3 with every single type within 3 turns without using any items. Again, support memories don't dock you, so use them and then clear all stages. So when it comes to these challenge missions, some people might find them too difficult, and if you can't do them, worst case scenario, you're missing out on 3 stones. Not a big deal. And a sticker and a couple of medium skill orbs. Not a big deal. So there's that. What else? Ultimate Clash. EZA for Kefla. That's next week. Okay, so Kefla's EZA is going to be dropping next week, but her Dokkan event is dropping tonight. And then Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, Burst Mode, Migote no Gokui is next week. That's cool. New stage on the Assassin's Domain event for Hit. That's also cool. Global doesn't have this yet. I think we're getting the first stage of this during the countdown. And then Peton, Super Strike, new support memory boost. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Do we already know from the data download? Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and check that. We don't know. We only know that Hell on Earth is a support memory coming up from the Dragon Ball Story event. So we do not know that as of yet. And then everything else is done. So that wraps up the... Wait. These are available every single day? Why is this available every single day? Whatever. Okay. So there you go. That is the campaign breakdown for JP. Now let's talk about the Goku Black. So the physical Goku Black is different on global and JP. Why? No idea. If you are a Dokkan historian, feel free to chime in if you know why. But the differences on global versus JP are threefold. Number 1, global gets extreme class key plus 3, whereas JP does not. I believe that is the only difference. Attack and defense plus 15. Per keys for retain key plus 1 with attack received up to 5. Who was on attack received up to 5. Random change keys for the rainbow type plus additional attack is represented. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, the rest of it is all the same. Extreme class key plus 3 is a difference though. And then the other two things are the HP and the attack are upgraded on global, whereas JP is not. JP has 350 for HP, global has 15950, and then for global's attack it's 14800, and this one is 13700. Why? No clue. So when it comes to super EZAs, the leader skill isn't adjusted, the super attack isn't adjusted, the stats aren't even adjusted, it's just the passive that gets the upgrade. So my two questions that I'm very curious about is going to be, number 1, when they do super EZA this character, will global just get less of a boost so that both versions ultimately end up at the same point? So for example, let's just say the super EZA says extreme class key plus 3 semicolon Goku Black gets attack and defense plus 300%. So then on global, it's not going to say extreme class key plus 6, it's just going to say the same thing, extreme class key plus 3, but then also Goku Black gets attack and defense plus 100%, 300%, so on and so forth. I would like to think it would probably be that with, you know, the unification coming up. I see no reason for versions to have better versions of characters. So let's just have it all be the same. Let's have both versions end up at the same point. They started at different levels, but they're ending up at the same point. Not that it really matters. I mean, did anybody really use this character lately? Maybe back when the EZA first happened, it was as significant, which, to be fair, I was not around for that, so I don't even know how that was received. But that's one thing. The other thing is the stats. So with the passive and with the crazy boosts that come with it, the passives would then be percentage based. They would be adjusted, and that would make a substantial difference. It could spell the difference between life and death on certain teams, on certain characters, because this guy has 600 more HP base stats on global versus JP. So that is also something that remains to be seen. Will they give a slight stat boost to JP players? Will they nerf the global one? I don't imagine that they would nerf Instead, boosting JP probably makes more sense. So let me know what you guys think about that one. Why is this crossed out? What? Why is that crossed out? Huh? Anyway, that about wraps up the video. So hopefully you guys are caught up on everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else. If I missed anything, check the pinned comment down below. I will put anything else that I missed in the pinned comment down below. Coming up next, Global has a maintenance, so we'll see what sort of craziness comes out of that. I can't wait. It is nonstop chaos when it comes to Dokkan these days. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the one more thing. Actually, there is one more thing. You know what? Goku Black with his Super EZA. Let me check something. Remember when I told y'all to wait until the next celebration before you use your stones if you are able to? So let me see. Okay, hold on. All right, in the red stone section, you can pick up the Goku Black. Now, both versions have the same deadline. So Global, this doesn't apply to so far. Global has until the 6th of June for me and my time at 11 p.m. For JP players, same time. So both versions are able to hold on to those red stones. So for any JP players who've been watching my videos, who have heated office reference. If you guys have been holding on to your red dragon stones, this could potentially be a great pickup. So you would have to wait a couple more days to see what the details are, but this could secretly be a massive win for any person who saved these red stones. Even for Global, like even if this Super EZA isn't dropping on Global anytime soon, if you happen to save that redstone and you don't have this character and you see what's coming up for JP, Global's gonna be getting the same thing. That would be huge. So there you go. This is why saving till the last minute is sometimes a very good thing. Now I'm done. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you understood that office reference. But more importantly, let me know what you guys think about the Goku Black Rose passive adjustment. Are you happy? Are you sad by that whole thing? What do you think is going to happen with the Goku Black's Super EZA whenever it happens in the future? Would there be a difference that remains between the two versions, or will they bridge the gap by making JP's version as good as Global's and then buffing them both at the same way? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.